So from the set of Clue.
We are on the set of Clue.
You're the set of Clue.
Awful in these glasses. So
and
gross.
Where are these?
No. Hello, friends.
Hello, everyone.
Do you ever try to do a live show and then everything gets really annoying right before you go live? And so you're in a really bad mood when you start?
It's all my fault.
It's true.
No, it really is.
Anyway, the
really
Bar
is.
Copper Daily Weekly Newscast is back this week. Given we were on hiatus for a number of months because Joe and I were moving.
We moved. We have a new home. Into
a new house. And
yes.
I'm telling you what, it was less stressful to move than it was to try to get this live going tonight.
And that was all my fault. Did I mention it was my fault? See, I'll own it. I'm the reason why.
Reason why for a lot of things.
All right, just take it easy.
All right. So we moved. And then there was like lots of COVID, and Joe also had a hernia surgery. He's fine. He's recovered.
Yeah.
And now we're ready for some news. We decided to go with some printed scripts. We're trying a new layout today. I'm not entirely sure that it. Oh, we have a couple people watching. Hello, couple of friends.
Hello.
If you're here, like send us a little message on the thingy.
Say hello.
I could use some love. I mean, if you can't tell.
We're sorry. We're sorry that we're late. I'm sorry that we're late. Did I mention that it's my fault? It was my fault. All of it. Every minute of it was my fault.
Anyway, let's get to the news.
No, really. They should know.
I think they know. So, because we want to end things tonight on a positive note, let's start with the ugly. And when I say ugly, I mean really, really ugly. Some changes that are just unnecessary, especially given who's here? Travel with the Terry family. Yay! Kasha's here too. She says, Joe, stop saying sorry.
No, really, you don't know Kasha.
It's actually partially Kasha's fault too.
It is Kasha's fault.
Let's blame Kasha.
Yeah. It's not my fault. I mean, a little bit my fault, but Kasha.
Joe got confused about the playbill email. It does need to be in black and white because that was the ad for the barter in the South Fork Performing Arts playbill. So your email about the color playbill ad, anyway, it sent us off in a whole tizzy.
Yeah, it almost really, it got bad. Really bad.
We derailed. We need to have a fight every couple of months, and we were due. So anyway,
we were due.
Let's get back to the actual ugly news.
Okay, yeah.
Which is really well, wait, she puts a lip. Catherine has started adding little notes for us of when we should discuss. So I'm just going to read this part, and then we're going to discuss. Some changes that are just unnecessary. Today, I'm talking about signs. Two new signs were installed on the Osceola Parkway midweek. One for Star Wars, Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, and the other right next to it for Blizzard Beach, Disney's Animal Kingdom, and the Animal Kingdom Resort area. The signs are a new color scheme for Disney. A dark shade of blue with white lettering and a lighter shade of blue on a banner below with the words "Straight Ahead" in yellow. Blue and yellow. The color mirrors the new color scheme at the Ticket and Transportation Center, but vary greatly from the traditional signs on property, those purple and red beauties we all know and love and associate with being on Disney property.
Yeah. Even I made you business cards.
You did.
With that.
I'm sorry I got
color
mad
scheme.
At you earlier.
It's okay. I'm sorry that I was obtuse.
You were obtuse, but I love you so much. Okay. We're good again. He did. He made me the greatest business cards on the planet, and they mimicked the color scheme and font of the Disney World Resort signage. And like, I'm sorry, but Bob Paycheck, he is pinching every penny.
Yeah.
And yet wasting money on completely unnecessary and way less magical street signs? Like what the what?
So is this time to discuss now?
This is the discuss time. This is time to discuss. Tell us what you think in the comments. I'm going to drink while Joe discusses. Discuss.
Yeah, this is disgusting, is what it is. They shouldn't change those. Those are iconic.
See what he did there. That was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Those are iconic signs, and it kind of hurts my soul that they changed it. So it was always comforting to drive, and you'd see like the green highway signs, and then all of a sudden, in the distance, you see the purple and red, and it's like, I'm home. It's like when you're on a long road trip and you see the exit sign for your,
yes.
house. And it's like such a nice, comforting feeling. Those signs were comforting everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just, it hurts now.
And know what? They've got all this money that they're making. Oh, you know what? Here's what it is. Here's what I bet it is. I bet they're saving so much money on increasing prices of food at Disney, but reducing portion sizes, which they said on their shareholders call a couple months ago. That was like big news. But they specifically said that it would help guests' waistlines. Like, okay, so what are they taking that money and they're funneling it into like changing the street signs for absolutely no reason? It is nonsense. It is hot lava garbage. Anyway, going on. Also, on the ugly front, let's talk resellers for a second. As more 50th anniversary merchandise is unveiled and following the 6-hour Figment popcorn bucket lines, are resellers a good thing? Do we think it's just good old-fashioned capitalism, or should Disney be doing a better job of cracking down? Now, I mean, this guy is like really freaking cute. Like, look how happy he is. Like, he is so happy. Yeah. So I want to tell you a little story about this Figment. No, we did not buy it off of eBay, but I will confess I have to confess to purchasing a couple of Disney items on eBay, specifically like the gingerbread Mickey plush. And there are certain items like finishing out the Starbucks Are You Here mug collections, certain things like that I was just going to miss because I wasn't going to make it to the park in time. So in a way, like resell, like I get it. And I have personally benefited because someone went and bought some extra and then they had it for sale on eBay. But has it gotten out of control?
I think so, because it's people kind of ruin the experience. They go in and clear out the shelves, and people who are just going and trying to enjoy merchandise can't get it because people buy it out. There should be a limit.
There have been times where we've even been on property where it's like something is released and then we're there the next day and it's already sold out. Oh, look, we have a comment. So, about the signs. Yeah, the signs are iconic. Like no matter your age, you see those signs and you know you are in the magic zone. You are so right.
Yeah,
you are
the magic zone. I like that.
Magic zone.
The magic zone is good. That's
good. Is there like what's the auto zone? Auto zone.
Yeah.
Magic zone.
We'll do a cover of the Auto Zone commercial.
I would like to tell you, look at this. Look at the strap too is actually amazing, and it has Walt Disney World 50th.
Yeah.
I gotta tell, I'm like really upset with myself right now because this was offered to me personally as a gift. We have a really sweet follower on our Instagram page who lives locally, who hooked me up with the 50th park map for Magic Kingdom, that blue coveted wonderful park map. She messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, I have this. I live near you. Do you want one? I was like, yeah. So she's like really sweet and amazing. And then she messaged me a couple weeks ago and she was like, would you like, I went and got the Figment popcorn bucket and I got an extra one just in case. Do you want one? What are people saying?
Oh, someone just wants to buy retro merchandise, but they're from Canada and they won't be able to get down there. So I guess for people who can't get down there, the resellers kind of help in that realm.
Yeah, and I would love to see Shop Disney do a better job of putting some of their merchandise available online. Like it feels like such a no-brainer. Like,
I don't know why they don't do that.
Do they think that people are really booking their trips in order to be able to shop? I imagine some people would, but like most of us are just like, I spend a lot of money on Shop Disney. Like don't tell Joe, but I spend a lot of money on Shop
Disney. I already know.
So
I see the packages.
But I would like spend even more. I would really like, if I could buy stuff actually from the parks, like I feel like I would actually spend a little bit more. So it kind of blows my mind and feels like a missed opportunity that Disney like it would put the resellers out of business if you could go online and be like, oh, the Starbucks you are here mug, like actually you can buy it online. I don't know. Anyway, but I'd like to tell you the story of this popcorn bucket. So this wonderful human, and I've tagged her all over our Instagram, and so you can find her on our Instagram, and you should follow her and give her some love. But she messaged me and said, I have an extra Figment popcorn bucket.
Nice one. Yeah,
okay, thanks. You hold it for now. She was like, I have an extra Figment popcorn bucket if you would like one. And I was like, oh, we're going in February. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to get one of my own. So I was like, you know what? We're taking our students to Disney World to perform with Our Fabulous Variety Show crew. And we're teaming up with our sister company, Speaking in Taps, my teacher's tap company. And we're doing like this epic tap performance in Disney World. They describe it as being cast members for a day. It sounds amazing. We're so excited. I'm like, let's raffle this guy off for a fundraiser. So this guy is available at $5 a ticket. You can enter to win this Figment popcorn bucket in a raffle, and I'll mail it to you even in Canada. You can you can Venmo us, and you can also you can buy tickets on our website if you don't trust Venmo, which I totally understand. So, and that you can do like PayPal or a credit card. So we're going to draw the lucky winner on Sunday. So you have until Sunday to get your tickets to win.
Is it going to be a live draw?
We'll do a live drawing.
Nice.
I'm not afraid. I'll do a live drawing.
You should.
So anyway, and your donation is tax deductible because we are an official 501c3 nonprofit theater, education, and performance company. And your support means the world to us. We've already made over $200 raffling this bucket, and we're so excited about that. It's so sweet. If you're watching and if you have anything that you want to donate to us to raffle off, we are looking to raise more than $200 to send our 8 kids to and their families to Disney World. So just shoot me a message on Park Hopper Daily on our Instagram. Okay, enough about Figment. Let's move on to the bad. So we started with the ugly. We're on to the bad. Don't worry, stick with us. We're going to wrap up with the good. Okay. The Galactic Star Cruiser is set to open on March 1st. And unfortunately for Disney, whether as a result of COVID-19 or the video they released highlighting some details of this very expensive 2-day experience, many reservations remain available for most of the spring and summer dates. Oh, not at all surprised. This week, it was announced that a box truck will be used to transport guests from the immersive experience, the half-mile ride to Hollywood Studios, where guests will enter through the docking bay near the first order cargo and milk stand. Okay, so we have the Disney Vacation Club, and I called the day that reservations became available for Disney Vacation Club members. And I thought, how cool that we can use Disney Vacation Club points to book this experience. And it said that only one person in your party needs to use points. So I was like, I can use points for me, pay cash for Joe. Maybe we can like swing this, make it work. Of course, this was before we pulled the trigger on buying the house. So that's not going to happen for a couple of years, maybe. But the amount of points, it was like 350 points for one person for 2 days. And to put that in perspective, I have 280 points per year. So I was going to have to use like over a year's worth of points for 2 nights.
2 nights.
The 280 points that I have a year, we usually go to Disney like 3 times on that. Like you can get rooms starting at 10 points a night, 8 points a night if you get like the value rooms at Animal Kingdom Lodge. And of course they go up from there. Like you can use all of those points on one night in a bungalow or, at a 3-bedroom suite somewhere. But like the point is, that was just for one person for 2 nights, and like like $2,500, $3,000 per person and that's the starting. Like I get it. You eat, you drink. It's a cruise, like cruise style, like all you care to enjoy, blah blah blah. No. And then being enclosed, like actually being stuck inside during like Omicron and COVID and Delta and like all of I don't know. And then on top of that, it's like, I love a Disney resort, but part of why I go to Disney is to go to the parks.
Yeah. It feels like that experience would be its own mini park in a way. I'm guessing the way they would have it set up, it would feel like a very immersive experience. It probably is going to be great, but it's so much money for that.
Yeah.
And down the road, they'll work the kinks out and it'll probably come down in price. So,
or at least like maybe maybe there'll be some off-season pricing, which it feels like there's not even ever going to be. People keep asking me, when is the slow season at Disney? And I'm like, well, up until 2020, I can tell you. Now it's like all bets are off. I mean, it should be dead there right now. It should be a ghost town. And it looks like freaking New Year's Eve every single day. Disney Food Blog is there, like reporting like another really dreary kind of shitty day that's completely shoulder to shoulder people. Like lines are like 2 hours long. Yeah. Hello, my friends. That is too expensive. Yeah, way too expensive. I totally agree. I agree with you guys. Everyone who's on here, they're vibing with us. Oh, it's craziness. Okay. Love it or hate it. The Park Pass system has been extended, at least on the Disney World website, through early 2024. Disney executives, including Josh D'Amaro, the chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, have praised the system and hinted it may be here to stay. As annual pass holders, it has drastically changed the way we can experience the parks. Thoughts on the Disney Parks pass reservation system?
Was DeMarco, was he the guy who was picking up garbage when we were by Magic Kingdom in the castle?
Mm-hmm. And I was too preoccupied with getting a good shot that
there
was no one around us. It was me and Joe and then one other guy, and I'm like, dude, like, you're in my shot. It's freaking Josh D'Amaro. I'm an idiot.
Who was literally picking up garbage. There was a wrapper on the ground right at the entrance to the castle, and Anita was in the castle in the hallway, the tunnel, and he was walking out towards me, and I was waiting for him to clear the shot, and he stopped and he picked up some garbage and walked over to a trash bin and threw it away. It's like, it was a well-dressed man picking up trash with his hands. It was Josh D'Amaro. Tomorrow. A security guard came over. He goes, "Do you know who that was? Do you know who that was?" I'm like, "No." And he told me. I was like, "Seriously?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "He does that. He walks around. He straightens things out. He picks up trash," which is pretty cool. You never see Bob do that.
He'd be like trying to sell it. Like, I think we could get $1 for this. Anyway, how do you feel about the Park Pass reservation system?
What's the change in that now?
Well, it's here to stay, supposedly, at least until early 2024. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you?
I don't know, because you set everything up.
It's true. It's true.
Anita sets up all the trips. She's like, "Babe, we're going to Disney next week." Like, okay.
I know. I'm always like, I have never been to Disney with children, but I mean,
okay.
I love you. I love it. Okay, and I feel like that. Let me explain. I get really stressed when I have too many options. And I distinctly remember trips pre-COVID where we'd be there for a week and, you know, we wouldn't necessarily have like dining reservations. I was really, really always terrible at booking fast passes, like at the 30-day mark. And if you don't, old school, if you didn't book fast passes like exactly when you could, you might as well just wait until the day of, because you're not going to get any of the great ones anyway, unless you're just sitting there like refreshing. Like, I know some people are great at that. Good for you. That's fine. Everyone has the talents. I didn't want anything to do with that. So, I would just like the day of, once we got to the park, like, okay, let me see what I can get in this moment, you know, or like maybe try to get like a Peter Pan or something. But the moral of the story is that in the morning we would wake up and we could go to any of the 4 parks. We could try to get a reservation anywhere. We could go to Disney Springs and I'd just be like overwhelmed with the options. And then also like a little bit overwhelmed with the pressure of being the one who supposedly knows the way to the best magical Disney day. So for me, the Park Pass reservation system has forced me to do a little bit more work before we leave. So it's a little bit less work while we're there. And yeah, I totally hear and respect and appreciate the people who were in the past, like before the reservation system, they were doing the work. Like I know Catherine was totally someone who was like doing the work in advance and like knew what she was going to do and all that. I just got distracted because my computer's going to die in like 5 minutes, but that's fine. No. We're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
But for me as like OCD, like people pleaser, the Park Pass system is great because it's like, I have to start here and I have to stay here. Then you get into this, like,
yeah, before, that is comforting. There's you get into more of a,
you slow
down.
Because you cannot change parks until 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So like you're committed. When we have our Animal Kingdom day, we get there at 8 a.m. and we're there until 2. And I'm telling you, since COVID, we have spent more time at Animal Kingdom than we ever spent there with all the collective trips beforehand. Because we'd be like Animal Kingdom for 3 rides and on to Epcot by 11.
Yeah,
you know?
no real, like this gives you time for exploration, like going to walk different paths that you've never walked before. There's all that stuff around the Tree of Life. Like we never walked back there. That was great back there.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more of an immersive experience of just seeing things that you wouldn't normally go and look at or rides that you wouldn't normally do. So it takes the pressure off of having to like race every place. I like that.
You know what? I do have the charger. I'm going to plug us in. Do you want to read the next thing?
Yeah.
Joe's going to catch you up while I plug us in. We're really organized tonight, friends.
All right. So as longtime Disney fans, it's impossible not to notice the decline, and this really hurts, in food quality. And it's an issue not just facing Disney, but restaurants and companies. Every like the supply chain is in crisis right now. So nobody's getting the best of the best anymore, which is a little bit frustrating. And I think the fact that Disney has increased food prices right on the heels of that, like pulling back on the food or not having the best of what they would usually have, and then charging more and then cutting back on the portions too. It's like,
and the service is freaking abysmal.
Yeah, the service hasn't been great.
Should I tell them the Dole Whip story?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle it. Okay. They absolutely must work out their mobile ordering kinks if they are going to continue with mobile ordering, which I'm a fan of. I love being able to like walk into the park and be like, in 30 minutes, I want a Casey's hot dog and I don't want to waste 30 minutes in line. So I can take my time walking down, just do a little shopping, hang out, whatever. And then I just go right up and I'm like, ding, I'm here. 2 minutes later, ding, my food's ready. Cha-ching, fabulous.
Except for the Dole Whip.
Oh, so Dole Whip. The Dole Whip stand in particular is just awful. So part of mobile ordering, if you have not been there recently, is that in order to ensure prompt service, they can't just open up an unlimited amount of ordering spots for any given time. Totally understand that. That's the whole point. So you go onto the app and you say where you want to go, and then it tells you different windows of time in which you can come back and pick up your food. So if they're really busy, you might have the first available window might be in 30 minutes or in an hour. I remember once we tried to get food at Woody's Lunchbox, and it was like noon, and they don't close until 4. And it was like, you can come pick up your food at 3:45. That's how busy we are. And so like that totally happens. I get it. But what happened at the Dole Whip stand was that I'm just going to say it was 1:00. they say that your return time, like the earliest available time to pick up your food, is 1:30. We were already in Adventureland, but we needed a second to sit. We were there with Mike. He needed to rest his toes. And so I put in the order and I'm like, great. So we're just like hanging out, we're talking, whatever. My arrival window comes up. I hit make my order. I'm here. And I go up, and on the right side, they had this standby line where people who did not make a mobile order can wait in a line and then just go up and order. Fine. Some people don't like mobile ordering. Whatever. That's not the problem. The problem was that the line for the mobile order was longer. And I told the cast member, I was like, no, I don't need to wait in this line because I just waited for a half an hour over there for my arrival window. And he said, yes, once you say that you're here, then you have to wait in this line. I was like, no.
Kind of defeats.
No, I was like,
purpose.
Okay. I was like, I need you to look at that line, the standby line. There's this woman in a very loud Mickey shirt. I get it. I'm the same woman. But I'm like, I want you to watch her and watch me. And let's see if I get there a half an hour earlier. She got there first. And the whole time I'm like watching this cast member, I'm like, listen, dude, like, I know that this is not your fault. I know that you don't get paid enough to like, for me to be unpleasant with you. I was like, I'm not being unpleasant with you. I am unpleasant right now because I am frustrated with the system that just cost me an actual hour of my day instead of just 30 minutes. I'm like, I would like you to express this unpleasantness because I do know that Disney listens to that's like, as much as we want to complain, like someone's actually listening to us, which is the nice, that's the saving grace.
That's good.
Less and less, I think, but it's still worth it. The Karens of the world, we get shit done. Like, just keep asking for the manager, okay? Don't be mean to the person, though. Don't be mean to the person don't be mean to the cast member who you're interacting with. That's not necessary.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. What was the point of that?
Oh, just the food.
Oh, yeah, the food. It's like, yeah.
And someone's a big fan of mobile ordering. Travel with the Terry family. Mobile ordering, use it everywhere. Even Taco Bell, which is a good call.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mobile order Taco Bell.
Oh,
yeah,
you know what? That has been a massive silver lining, in my opinion, about COVID, is like not having to deal with humans. Because I feel like they just, that the more people you have, the more opportunities there are for it to just get completely messed up. Okay.
All right, what's the next thing?
She literally wrote, okay, enough complaining.
Now for
she knows us so well. Now for some good news.
Good news. We're going to end on a good note.
We are going to end on a good note. And the best note that we could possibly end on is in 9 days, Joe and I are going back to Disney World.
Yeah.
Now,
9 days.
If you have been following us, you're probably like, but Anita, you said a lot in the months of November and December that you were not going to renew your annual passes and that you wouldn't be back until your OFES crew trip in June.
Guess what?
That was a lie.
A lie.
That was a lie.
Complete.
From my mouth to your ears, I lied. I lied, but if it makes you feel better, I lied to myself too. I really thought that I meant it.
She lied to anyone who would listen.
I lied to you.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
I lied to you.
Anyway, we renewed our annual passes because we are sick.
Yeah.
We have sickness.
Yeah.
And Catherine is going to be heading west to Disneyland later in February. So we're finally going to get back on the ground and back to some fun Instagram moments, like live in the parks, which I know is really fun for everyone to follow along. And I say that because that's why I Instagram, is so I can follow everyone who's there in the parks.
Yeah.
My friend who hooked me up with this figment is also going to be there that weekend. So we might get some opportunities to like hang out, which I'm really excited about.
Great.
Okay, more happy news. Character meet and greets, parades, and shows are returning to the Florida parks in a very quick order with some character sightings. That is what we are calling them now. We cannot actually hug them these days, which, like, frankly, we were living in an alternate universe. Like, I cannot imagine the liability issues of allowing guests to physically touch cast members. And not to ruin anyone's magic, maybe like cover the eyes and ears of anyone who you don't want to know this, but like there's real humans in there, you know, like they're human people. So like you just imagine like the height of a child and the groin of a Mickey, you know, it's like it's got to be uncomfortable for them. So
it's so uncomfortable for me right now.
I'm just saying, like,
because I didn't know that there were people in there.
I covered your earmuffs.
Yeah, but I could see you.
Anyway, they're coming back, and I'm okay. I'm okay with a little distance. I think if that can like help people stay safe and like not physically assaulted by people. Olaf in Hollywood Studios has been added as Lightning Lane attractions for guests using Genie Plus. Kevin from Up is back at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Yes, oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw the video. Someone dressed up their 3 little girls like Kevin's babies. Like in like little outfits, looking like the little like baby birds. And when Kevin saw them, he was like squirming, like he really lost it. It was amazing.
That's so great.
I actually was like watching it and just kind of crying. A new Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade is coming to Magic Kingdom beginning February 11th, featuring over 30 Disney and Pixar characters.
Wow.
The largest cavalcade yet. Dare we call it a parade?
That's cool.
Characters include Moana, Miguel from Coco, Clarabelle, Baloo and King Louie, Mulan, Elena, Jose and Panchito from the Three Caballeros, and more. The Festival of Fantasy, dream a dream, Festival of Fantasy. Da, da, da. Okay, sorry. It's also returning to Magic Kingdom on March 9th. It has been 8 years since the parade debuted, and it will continue, complete with our personal favorite, the Maleficent Dragon.
Wow.
She's coming back.
Cool.
Disney's Magical Friendship Fair, an update on Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair, incorporating elements of the 50th anniversary into the show, will also be at Magic Kingdom beginning on February 25th. What we have not done since it opened, and we were there, it was available when we were there with Mike, but we just like didn't have time, hanging out with Mickey in the Toontown or Town Square.
Town Square, yeah, we didn't do that.
We have to do that next weekend. I miss my man. I miss my main man, Mickey. My mouse. You're my man. He's my mouse. All right. Last bit.
It's mice and men.
Today we had a lot of Epcot Flower and Garden Festival news. Spike's pollination exploration, a scavenger hunt following Spike the Bee throughout the pollinating gardens at Epcot will be back this year. Spike will be joined by the Orange Bird and Figment on the 2022 Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival merchandise, with a very bright Orange Bird spirit jersey announced this morning. New to the festival gardens this year is a fragrant garden presented by Scentsy, featuring 6 scent stations. Guests can explore on the Bridge to World Showcase. That was a tongue twister.
Yeah.
A healthful trail, outdoor escapes in Bambi's Butterfly House are also new additions to the festival, which will run from March 2nd through July 4th. Is Flower and Garden your favorite? Discuss. And also a good segue into the OFES trip because we will be there the last week of the festival. Yay! Okay, so Epcot has 4 festivals. They have during this time of year the Festival of the Arts. In the spring, they have the Flower and Garden Festival. In the summer, like leading up into fall, they have the Food and Wine Festival. And then during the holidays, they have the Festival of the Holidays. What is your favorite of those 4 festivals?
I kind of like Festival of the Holidays.
You know, me too.
Yeah, just because it's very magical. It's extra. It seems extra magical that time. I guess because it's the holidays and they really like the way everything's done up, with trees and Christmas decorations.
And the Christmas storytellers in every country.
Yeah, they're really good.
I'm so glad we got to see them when we were there in December because they did not have any of the storytellers when we were there for our honeymoon. We were in Epcot. We spent a hell of a lot of time in Epcot when we were there.
That was a very strange time. too. Remember, we would walk around and get around by Germany, and we would literally be the only ones over there.
Midday, we would be the only.
Nobody else there. It's very strange.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we did that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, Festival of the Holidays is definitely okay. So I'm going to put it in 3 categories. Festival of the Holidays is my favorite vibe.
Yes.
Okay, with like I think the entertainment is really cute in the countries. It feels very intimate. It's nostalgic with the holidays. It's educational with the different.
It's a magic zone.
It's a magic zone.
Boom.
Okay. Food wise, I think that the coolest food is during Festival of the Arts, because I think that they take food to a different level. It's like the way that it's presented is so beautiful.
Yeah, the tomato soup that we had
in the
with
can.
The can.
Yeah, and we got the can. I think it's up there somewhere. Oh, I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere around here.
It's definitely around here.
Well, I'll find it another time.
Sure.
I have lots of stuff up here. I don't know where everything is. I need to like make a grid, like a map, like where all my stuff lives. Oh, it might be over there. Anyway, doesn't matter. We were the first people in line for the very first day of the Festival of the Arts in 2021. And we were the first, we decided because the day before we scouted it all out and I was like, okay, what's the most important stand? Like we're going to be first in line. We were there like an hour before and I was like, damn it. If it was this year, we would have been the first people who got Figment. Cause I would have bought it. But anyway, yeah, we got the tomato soup. So I think vibe and overall experience, Festival of the Holidays, food, and like I'm talking look and taste and like variety. I'm going Festival of the Arts, and then like I will say I also just really I love the food. I mean, the Food and Wine Festival. That's how it all began. That was the first festival that Epcot did.
Yeah.
And then it kind of exploded from there. And now, fortunately, you used to have to schedule, like really pay attention to the festival schedule if you wanted to be there for a festival. Now you have to try to be there when there's not a festival. No festival. Yeah. Like it's like a couple days or like a week at the most, like turnaround for these festivals, which I think is great. Like it helps with options and everything. But I gotta give some shout. It's not that I don't like the Flower and Garden Festival. I know I'm kind of like giving them the cold shoulder right now, but I don't mean to.
Really. It's cool, but it's not. The other ones are just more.
Yeah.
There's more options.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is really pretty. The topiaries are cute, but I'm also like really allergic to plants, so that's like I know
like almost 50 plants in the house.
Flowers. When some of the plants flower, don't I make you throw them away?
Yeah, that one. That's the corn plant
had
flowers.
Never flowered, and you were like, it smells like bodies decaying.
Yeah, it smells weird. Yeah, it's really odd smelling flower. Anyway.
All right, friends. This was so great to get back in touch with you.
Thanks, everybody.
We're gonna be here on Thursdays. We're going to work on our lighting so that when we lean forward, we don't like block people's light. If you would like to get a raffle ticket for Figment, please check out our Instagram page, park_hopper_daily. Your raffle ticket will support our Disney performance. And if you ever have any questions or comments or whatever, like shoot us a message. I literally live on Instagram, so I will be the one answering you. So anyway, we hope that you have a very magical day, and we will see you real soon.
We will see you in the Magic Zone.
Magic Zone, Auto Zone, bam, bam.